Hey guys, what's up? We are That Horror Couple. I'm Kaylin Har and
I'm Valak. I'm Rob James.
And in the spirit of The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, coming out this weekend, we wanted to rank the movies in the Conjuring universe in our opinions so far.
Yeah, before you check out this new film, let's talk about the series. Let's tell you which films to check out. Let's tell you our opinion on it. You know, that's what we do here. We provide a service. We're here to help. We're here to make things better. That's what we do.
That horror couple.
Oh yeah.
That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe.
So ranking these from least favorite to most favorite, coming in at number 6.
Annabelle from
We got
2014.
Annabelle.
Couple begins to experience terrifying supernatural occurrences involving a vintage doll shortly after their home is invaded by a satanic cultist.
And now I understand what they were trying to do with this film. To me, like, certain parts felt really slow and kind of dragged out. And just for me, like, I like the character and the story, but it was just hard to get into.
Yeah.
So,
That's why we have it the lowest on our list. It's just the slowest of the universe to us.
I feel like it had a lot of potential. And I like the setting. But
It failed to do what it was supposed to do, like, in the end. It was...
I feel like it started out good, but like it fell apart at the end for me. I was like,
It's just very slow. I do have to point out a couple things like that we did like about the film. I loved the basement scene with like the demon and like the baby carriage. That was really scary when she was trying to get in the elevator. I love that scene. And also like just the plot was just kind of bland for this one, so that's what landed at number 6 on our list.
Coming in at number 5.
Is The Nun from 2018. A priest with a haunted past and a novice on the threshold of her final vows are sent by the Vatican to investigate the death of a young nun in Romania and confront a malevolent force in the form of a demonic nun.
Now the setting for this film I thought was very creepy.
Yes, and the beginning sequence was like super terrifying. I always almost want to close shield my eyes when we watch the beginning of that film every time, with her coming down the hallway and like knocking out each light as she's coming. Like, it's so scary.
Absolutely.
The nun, I feel like the nun was very well utilized in this film. She was very scary, very creepy. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Edge of the seat and pretty good jump scares.
Yeah.
Here and there.
I also love that they used Thaisa Farmiga, Vera Farmiga's sister, in this film. I thought she was great. I love her from American Horror Story.
And it's not like we don't like this film. We do. But I just feel like the other ones in the series that we're about to talk about were a little stronger, a little more powerful to me.
I agree.
Coming in at number 4. Woo! 4 Horsemen.
Is Annabelle Creation from 2017. Annabelle Creation tells a story 12 years after the tragic death of their little girl. A doll maker and his wife welcome a nun and several girls from a shuttered orphanage into their home, where they become the target of the doll maker's possessed creation, Annabelle.
Yeah, definitely a strong, powerful beginning for this movie, I thought. That was one of our positives about this movie.
Yes, we love that it's such a good prequel to it shows us the origins of Annabelle and how she comes to be, and it's really sad with the little girl Bee and her parents, like how they play into this story. It was very emotional, very raw. I feel like that was, a powerful point for this film.
Definitely great use and terrifying scenes in this film, for sure.
Yes, I loved how they placed the demon in certain parts of the film, like where she gets locked, one of the characters gets locked under the stairs, and like you start to see like scary things happening down there, and you're like, oh, like, and the one scene where one of the little girls is in bed and you just know that something's creeping up on them, and you're just like, it puts you right in that situation. You think, what would I do if that was me? Like, that's how I feel, at least.
Yeah, same here. Definitely the setting and where it's set, and it definitely works to this film's advantage. It definitely sets the tone, sets the mood for this film, like, very nicely, I thought.
Yes, we also love the creepy rendition of "You Are My Sunshine" they used for this film. It's like a happy children's song that just like makes your skin crawl now when you hear it, if you've seen this film.
Yeah, it works though.
Yes. Overall, we just think it's a truly terrifying film and a great addition to the Annabelle storyline.
Coming in at number Trace.
Annabelle Comes Home from 2019. While babysitting the daughter of Ed and Lorraine Warren, a teenager and her friend unknowingly awaken an evil spirit trapped in a doll. I really love in this film how we get to see the different entities come out of the artifacts that are in Ed and Lorraine Warren's like room of all the possessed things that they keep in there. I love that.
I want to see a movie for each one of those artifacts.
Yeah, that would be totally awesome.
They could totally keep adding to this, and yeah, each one looks creepy, and they can definitely spawn more stories out of just everything in that damn room.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to keep going with this.
Yeah, I agree. I loved McKenna Grace, who played Judy in this film. I thought she was great. I think she's gonna have a great career ahead of her. I loved the character of the babysitter, the girl that babysat Judy. I thought she was great. Their friend got on my nerves really bad because she's the one that unlocked the Annabelle case and started all
Why
this
would
stuff.
you do that?
I don't know.
Why?
But she got on my nerves.
You think they put a damn sign on the fucking thing like?
It says warning, do not open.
Oh, it says don't touch.
Yeah.
Do not touch. Yo, how about that scene with the werewolf demon?
Oh, and the guy was like hiding in the chicken coop. Oh,
Yes.
that was so scary. Yeah.
That's worth checking out just for that.
Yeah.
Definitely a good use of fog for sure.
Oh yeah, like set the ambiance, and also there's a scene at the beginning in a grocery store where you see like pumpkins and stuff, and it leads you to believe that it takes place in the month of October. So it gives you all those Halloween, October spooky vibes, and that we always love.
It feels that way. It feels like an autumn setting.
So overall, it's a great addition to the Conjuring universe, and I say it's definitely worth checking out.
Coming in at number 2.
Coming in at number 2, we have the original Conjuring from 2013. It's actually directed by James Wan. The Conjuring tells the story of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, who work to help a family terrorized by a dark presence in their farmhouse.
Now this one has such a great family dynamic. I thought that the Warrens were played fantastically by Patrick and Vera.
And the Perrin family, the actors that play the Perrin family, they really make you care about the family and what happens to them. And you're right there with the family as they go through the struggles of the possession, and you root for them to make it out in the end.
Yeah, and what I liked is how the Warrens honestly did care about all these people. I mean, like you saw. You got the vibe that like they really did care about these people. They treated them like family, like, and they treated them as if they were their own family. It made the characters more likable. It made the story more personable. And this film to me, like it has that 70s haunted house vibe, very similar to like Amityville Horror or something along those lines. They recreated that whole 70s image so well.
Yeah.
It takes place in the 70s. I just love this film. And we actually had a debate, me and Kaylee. I was going to make this number 1 actually, and then we kind of decided to change it up a little bit.
The scene where actress Joey King, her character gets her leg pulled.
Oh, that sequence is like
scary. It's so terrifying,
Yeah.
and her blanket thrown off of her, and she's like looking under her bed and sees the door like slowly close. Like that had me on the edge of my seat the first time I watched that film. It's so scary.
This is a scary film. It's up there. It hits you in a way you're not used to being scared with. So. How about that cabinet scene in the bedroom where Bathsheba jumps down?
Yeah,
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba. I don't know how to say her name.
Yeah, but where she's just chilling up there and then she's like, hi.
Yeah, the jump scare. That was awesome. But overall, I just think this film is amazing and one of the best supernatural horror films out there.
It's the original Conjuring, man.
Yeah.
And the winner is...
Coming in as our number 1 pick would have to be The Conjuring 2 that came out in 2016. The Conjuring 2 tells the story of Ed and Lorraine Warren when they travel to North London to help a single mother raising 4 children alone in a house plagued by a supernatural spirit.
This is an awesome sequel. The acting is phenomenal. The setting is amazing.
I love the how they introduced us to the Crooked Man and Valak.
We get 2 characters in this that are really cool.
I loved the Hodgson family. You really felt for them, just the same as you did for the Perrin family in the first film. The Hodgson family, it's a single mom raising these kids, and they're kind of hard up, and then all this bad stuff starts happening to them, and you're like, are you serious? Like, they're already hard up, and people don't believe them. So here comes the Warrens to come in and try to help them.
And the Warrens are likable in this film too. Just like in the first film when they were helping that family out, they're hanging out in this film. They're playing some Elvis on guitar. They're rocking out.
Yeah, I love that scene where Patrick Wilson plays "Can't Help Falling in Love with You" by Elvis.
I was gonna sing it, but I don't want.
There's also an awesome twist in the film towards the end that I love every time, and the first time I watched it, I didn't see that coming.
Well, for me, it was all the Easter eggs that they That
they spelled Valak's name out throughout the Warrens' home.
I don't know if that's a spoiler, but like, you know, it's all like the name of Valak is throughout this entire film. You see it in the living room at one point. I believe you see it in the kitchen at another point. And yeah, it's like one of those films you can go back and be like, oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, this is definitely a strong sequel.
And also the climactic scene at the end is phenomenal. Overall, we just love this film so much.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'd say it's one of the best supernatural horror films of all time, and it's one of my favorite personal horror films of all time.
It's definitely one of my favorites, or not my favorite in the series, and that's why when we were making this list, we were having trouble which one goes in the top two, because it's close, but this film is definitely worthy.
So we hope you enjoyed our ranking of the Conjuring Universe films today.
Do you agree with us?
Yeah.
Do you disagree with us?
Leave us a comment down below. Let us know. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Once again, I'm Kaylin Har, and
I'm Rob James. Enjoy The Conjuring 3, everybody. It drops this Friday on HBO Max. It's also in a few theater releases, so go check it out. You can check out the films that came before it to get psyched for this. But yeah, Friday should be good. So. And we'll be back to talk about that film.
Yep, over the weekend. So we'll see you guys then.
There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile.
That horror couple.
Oh yeah,
That horror couple.
it's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about